If you're active in the Roblox Pokemon community, you're probably well aware right now that a lot of the big Pokemon, Brick Bronze, and Project Pokemon titles are down, and a lot of them have been staying down. In fact, the game I'm playing right now was the only game that I actually saw on Roblox that's still up, and I will link that down below, although I don't recommend playing it. It's probably going to go down too. Although if you really want to play Pokemon Brick Bronze, it is available. But anyways, I mean, this is a really big issue, especially because the game that I'm working for right now, Bronze Legends, has just announced that it's officially going to be discontinuing. And that is for quite a lot of reasons. So I'm going to explain what happened. So first thing I did before making this video was interviewing Devante, founder of Bronze Legends, a game server with 15,000 members. So this guy, he's a pretty big name in the Pokemon Brick Bronze community and knows quite a lot about what's going down. In fact, he is the founder of Bronze Legends. So anyways, based on what he told me, like back in the day, how Roblox would detect Pokemon Brick Bronze was it would use a bot, which really wasn't that effective because, I mean, there were a lot of Brick Bronze games still running around, and I mean, it would only really detect the game if it had a bad bypass, and then they would also be relying on their Roblox moderators to manually take down the game when they found it. So recently though, Roblox has updated its systems, and now its Brick Bronze detection system, or Pokemon detection system as a whole, has been upgraded by a whole, and it's really strong now. And the problem is nobody knows how to bypass it just yet, which is exactly why nobody has been able to change things. I mean, and this is a pretty drastic change. Some people have even speculated that, you know, this is some sort of like internal like problem. So Devante said that, you know, it's probably something to do with the code itself. And I have seen speculations from other people saying that, like, you know, it could be something where they detected, you know, the individual Pokemon, so they've added the Pokemon sprites or something into their detection system. And, you know, like, those are things that you can't really, you know, change necessarily without a lot of repercussion. So I mean, Roblox really has enhanced their systems to a way where every single Brick Bronze game has been unable to go back up. So, you know, for these reasons, a lot of game developers have decided that they need to give up because, you know, it's too complicated. And, you know, in his words, he said it's kind of like rewriting PvP. You know, that's probably the best way you could, you know, figure out where the bypass is actually at, because, you know, it's probably indented somewhere into the code. So rewriting it's really the best way to actually solve the problem. And if you guys aren't aware of developing or coding or scripting or any of that, that isn't an easy process. It's going to take forever. And you got to consider that Brick Bronze was a project made by a team of like college students, and it wasn't just like a one-day thing. It takes quite a long time. So it's not something that can just be done at the snap of a finger, and it really just isn't practical. So that brings up the question, is Brick Bronze doomed forever? So first off, I'm going to say, don't take my word on this. I'm not a developer. I've never worked in the actual game development process. I'm just a content creator commenting my opinion on behalf of it. But personally, as someone that has been in the community since, you know, 2016, I will say that I don't think it's necessarily doomed forever. Now, don't take my word, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody manages to find an effective bypass. How long that will take is not something I can tell you. It could take a really long time because, I mean, no one has figured out what it is. I mean, no one knows what they really did just yet. It's kind of like, you know, like a cancer, or like, you know, something like a disease. And, you know, the surgeons will have to do a diagnosis to figure out what the problem is. And, you know, we haven't found the problem. So we can't really get a fix if we don't know what the problem is. So that's what's going to have to happen. Now, I will say, though, Brick Bronze has been finding its way for almost 6 years after its official removal. It was 2018 when the game went down, and it's almost 2024, and the game has still been surviving. So, it isn't far off to think that somebody will find some way out, especially considering that there are tons and tons and tons of developers out there trying their best to find a fix for this problem. There are plenty of guys looking for a solution. So, it's not just like one person. It's not a one-man job. There are people looking. Although, on the other end of the spectrum, Roblox is a billion-dollar company. This is not something to look off at, and most of the developers in the scene are young adults in college or high school, so they don't like just have all day. They're gonna be busy. This is not a full-time job, whereas the Roblox moderation is a full-time job from a billion-dollar company. So considering these odds, don't be surprised if this bypass will mark the end of Pokemon Brick Bronze. Now, once again, I will disclaim I don't work or develop these games, so I fully don't know how the processes work, but I do personally believe it is reasonable to have hope of a return, but it probably won't be out too soon, like I said. For now, I would say that you should see it that Brick Bronze is gone for good. Like, really, it probably will come back based on just what has happened in history. It's like people normally will find a way through this, because what you just gotta do is find a solution, or you could even just rewrite the code, because there's no way that Roblox could definitively completely shut down a game completely. Now, they can get into the code and probably find a way to stop like the sprites or the names, but there's always a way around that, although it just depends on if someone actually has the stamina to try finding that. So I will say, if this is how it ends, thank you guys for the awesome journey to 1K subs. My goal when I made this channel was to actually have an alternate channel. Okay, well, I guess my goal when I started making Pokemon Brick Bronze content on this channel was so I could actually make memories. And I would say I did do that, because I made almost 100 PvP videos that I will be able to look back into in the past and enjoy. And that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a good send-off, and I will say that I did, because there's plenty of content now that I've made. I've really enjoyed the game. I've gotten to learn the meta, understand it. So I will say that I did enjoy my time. So this is where it ends. This is actually not a bad ending. Now, I do have a lot of remaining files, which I will be uploading for you guys. And I probably have a couple of videos planned that I will get out too. Like, I wanted to make a tier list concerning the meta of Pokemon Brick Bronze, and really just discussing it. Because I'd say now, as someone who's been in the scene for, for plenty of years, like, I've been into PvP since at least like 2017 or 2018, back in the original Brick Bronze. And like, I've really been into it, like, I guess when the remakes came out, especially Bronze Reforged, probably like last year, at the start of last year. So I'd say at least 2 years of experience. I actually don't quite remember any of those dates, but yeah, it's whatever. So I'm gonna finish up those videos, and once I'm through with that, I might find a new source of content. But for now, if this is where it ends, and no one finds a bypass, then long live PBB, and I'll see you guys later.